Hey everyone, welcome back to Local Living. I'm Anna Christina and I've made my way over to Great Deals on Furniture and I'm joined by Carol Kennedy. She's the co-owner here. Carol, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
So we have been setting up for the holiday season. Obviously, this is a time where we can expect that family and friends are going to get together. We're going to have a couple extra people over at the house. We want to prepare for that. And so one of the things that we're going to focus on is making the guests comfortable. We don't want to send them off to a hotel. We want to make sure that we spend all that extra time with them if we don't see them often. What can we do to get prepared, to get our guest room ready?
Yes. Well, I think that, most of the year, possibly your guest room is set up for many other things, like maybe a craft room or a play room or maybe even a reading room.
Right.
And so when your guests come, you need to think about a couple of essential items that they're going to need. One of them being a good mattress. You want to make sure that they're going to get a good night's sleep when they're staying with you so that they'll come back. Then there are other items that you can use in the room. They always are going to need a nightstand and a lamp. You want to make them comfortable to be able to put down their glass of water, their reading glasses, their technology, and
get to a light quickly.
Yes, yes.
And so, and you don't need to have everything matching. You don't need to have a full suit. And that's one thing that's kind of cool now is that you can have mismatching things and still make a complete room.
Yes, yes. We've got a couple of things set up here that I wanted to show today. Probably the go-to for a guest room that you're not using as a bedroom all the time is a day bed.
Okay.
Because when you set it up, it looks like a sofa. If you put enough pillows on it, and you can kind of make it comfy for just sitting. But those day beds offer trundle units that slide out. There's one here behind us. That when you pop that out, you can either use it as 2 twin beds or it makes into a king-size bed. Another option would be just setting up a headboard with a bed frame. And then, of course, behind you we have what we call a click-clack. And the reason it's called a click-clack is because it clicks towards you and it folds back. But there are so many options that you can use in a guest room other than just a full-size suit of furniture.
Exactly. And so if you're starting out with an empty room, lots of options too, and you can use some of these as well to fill that space and make it a guest room.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And so tell me about this couch in particular. I love this one because it is a couch, but it does turn into a bed.
Yes. Yeah. And it's very modern looking. It's got cup holders and it's kind of black, but the back piece clicks forward and it lays back and makes the bed, and then the piece at the bottom comes all the way out and pops up, and it literally makes a large sleeping surface.
Turns into a king
as
well.
It does.
And so, and I look at this and I think it's perfect for like a man cave or something like that as well.
Absolutely.
And can be moved into a guest room. So they're workable. These are workable pieces that you can come in and find here.
Right. If you have a sunroom or a playroom or just an alternative room that you use for anything else, you can put this in there, but then also make it a sleep space.
Right. And then some of the other little pieces that you have behind is you think about people coming in, they're going to have their luggage with them. This is a perfect space too as well for them to put their luggage on it.
Right. I mean, if you ever stayed anywhere and you walk in with your bag and there's nowhere to put it but the bed, and then when you go get in the bed and you're sitting your bag on the floor, it's really inconvenient.
Extra work.
Well, it's just kind of inconvenient and hard to get to, and you want to be able to provide a place for them to put their things. And so a nice little bench is good, and maybe even put a chest of drawer in the room so that they can take their clothing out of the suitcase and put it in drawers if people still do that.
Right. And you just want to think about pieces that are going to not only suit your guests, but that you're also going to use in your home. You're going to get a lot of use out of. So,
right.
Well, Carol, thank you so much for walking us through this. I know that when guests come over this year, they're going to be really comfortable with all the help and tips.
Let's hope so.